and welcome to One Man's Collection. Today I am looking at the 52nd issue of the Formula One car collection. This is the Penske, which was driven by John Watson in 1976. As you can see, PC4. Do have a 143 scale die-cast car. I'm going to take a closer look at that after we have a look at the magazine just briefly. I'm not going to read everything in detail. If you do want to read it, like I say on every time I go through these, you will need to pause the video to have a look at the article. But in this particular issue, we got the 1976 season with John Watson in the Penske, the Irish driver. Disregards the off-track wranglings to win Austrian Grand Prix. Technical focus on this car, the team is the team Penske, one of the most famous names of US motorsport. Roger Penske branches into Formula One in the mid-1970s. The circuit in this particular one is the Circuit Mont-Tremblant. Tremblant? I'm not sure, but okay. Formula One World Championship races held at Canadian track. And the story so far of this particular issue will be the 2001 Schumacher again, fourth title for the German ace, and almost double the points for second place David Coulthard. Yeah, he got pretty dominant there, didn't he? Especially with Ferrari. Watson's American dream. While most of the Formula One fraternity was focusing on the McLaren-Ferrari controversy, John Watson and Tim Penske quietly went about their business, winning the Austrian Grand Prix to record maiden victories for driver and team. Very nice. That's the car we have there. Bob Evans from Lincolnshire, England, qualified for the British Grand Prix in Rams Racing Brabham Cobsworth. That's that one there. So a bunch of other cars around the same time. Not going to read all of those, but you are welcome to have a look. We'll need to pause that video. Season is 1976, still Penske PC4 John Watson against the grain, already competitive skier, Britain's Davino Galica also made her mark on the motor racing world, attempting to qualify for the 1976 British Grand Prix in a privately run Surtees. She wasn't successful on that occasion and tried again 2 years later in a Hesketh, but again to no avail. Galica loved the number 13 and wanted to have it on her car whenever possible, whereas other drivers considered it unlucky. It's just a number. But yes, people do think it's unlucky. So I'm guessing she didn't get in. The four-wheel, front-wheel steering. I think I have one of those in this set. Great old car, that one. Niki Lauda pictured in the Long Beach, and then the old Ferrari 312T, which was used in the first three races of that season. He's finished second in the US Grand Prix West to teammate Clay Regazzoni. It's amazing they carried a car over from the year before. Alright, Penske technical focus. Front section of the Penske PC4 with protective roll bar positioned to shield the area around the steering wheel, along with the main roll bar that would create a safety bar for the driver in the event of his car rolling over. Yeah, now what do we have? The big T thing on front. Probably long overdue, to be honest. So this ran a Ford Cosworth DFV 90 degree V8 2.993, so just under 3 litre. Maximum power 410 brake horsepower at 9,200 RPM. 590 kilos in weight, 190 worth of fuel litres. Yep. Tim Penske, blessed with success. Following a brief career as a driver, Roger Penske founded a team with a great reputation in America. In 1974, he committed to Formula One. However, despite winning a race in 1976, he decided to withdraw from the World Championship. Cost, probably. Plus, he also did everything else in the US, didn't he? Among other places, but very well-known name. Blue and yellow Ferrari, the World Sports Car Championship in 1971 was brightened up by the presence of Team Penske Ferrari 512M, Painted electric blue with yellow inserts, the colours of the petrochemical company sponsor, Sunco. The Ferrari became a feared rival of the dominant Porsche 917s and achieved 3 pole positions at Daytona, Sebring and Watson Glens, while at Le Mans it only gave way to the new Porsche 917s equipped with specific aerodynamic bodywork. Very nice. I don't think I've got a number 11 like that, but that is pretty cool. Alright, the circuit in this particular issue is Mont Tremblant. I'm guessing it's a French word, and this is in Canada. Skiing in the winter months, motor racing in summer. Yeah, in September 1968, Formula One came for the first time to the picturesque Laurentian Mountains, home of a clutch of eastern Canada, most noted skiing resort. Undulating circuit Mont Tremblant, constructed 4 years earlier, not far from the town of Saint Jovite. I'm terrible with French names. And it doesn't say the stage here in 1970. So it won't run for very long. Okay, gonna keep moving. Schumacher again. Michael makes it 4. Ferrari's German ace dominated the season, ending almost double the points to second place driver, McLaren's David Coulthard. The year also marked the stunning debut of one Pablo Montoya, Fernando Alonso, and Kimi Raikkonen. Woohoo. Rubens Barrichello was also in the Ferrari at 56 points, and he had 123. Yeah, that's a dominant. You know, if it was just between him and his teammates dominating the whole entire year, that's the last page, yeah. You'd be like, okay, it's just the car. It's the car and him, kind of like Verstappen and the Red Bull. As one driver more dominant than the other, I'm guessing. All right, moving on to next issue. So number 53, we get the Williams FW11B, 11B, from Nelson PK, 1987. Followed by Max Verstappen, talking about him, in the 2016 Red Bull RB12. Nice. Okay. I'll have those out over the next couple of weeks. Let's take a look at the Diecast car and see what we get. Yeah, it looks like the one in the pictures. As far as the model goes, though, I like it. Looks like it's got some metal studs down there on the windscreen. Goodyear tyres. Nice chrome. Some detail, yeah. Cross member on the side there, covering a radiator, I'm guessing. Very deep dish rear wheels. Having a look at the rear. Got First National underneath as well. Actually got Goodyear on the inside of the tyres too. Same on the other side. And underneath, we do have some scaffolding and stuff holding the engine and rear section. No, I did have it upside down. There we go. And a couple of large screws holding this whole thing together. 3 actually. And Penske written there. So inside, silver and blue seat belts. It's difficult to show with the way I've got my light set up. I'm going to put this on the turntable so you can have a closer look. Thank you very much for watching. Just a short video here. And I'll be back next week with issue 53. Cheers. Bye.